Hey, hey, hi everyone. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. I'm so honored you are here. So I thought let's go ahead and squeeze in a little half hour here where we get to do some card pulls. As you guys know, I'm a fictional storyteller, not a psychic, so do bear that in mind. I will tell whatever little story comes out, good, bad, or ugly. I'm aiming for one card, but lots of times, if more than one pops out, we keep it. So just bear that in mind. Before I begin, I have to say a special thank you to Sassy S. I didn't get to get to you in that last video, and I wanted to say thank you to you, babe. So here we go. You guys are so awesome. Thanks for being here, everybody. And I hope you're having a wonderful holiday if you're celebrating. Here we go. Six of Swords. That Six of Swords energy, this is for Sassy S, is a beautiful message of moving on into calmer waters. This is like possibly a duo that is going to fall in love all over again. I'm hearing that song. Is it Crystal Gale? I fell in love again last night. You keep doing everything just right. We have two people like doing the simple things that you do when you first start dating, like it doesn't even matter as long as you're together, take a drive and just park and look up at the stars, or go to the drive-in movie theater, or sit and talk at some, weird truck stop and have, coffee, and just to be around each other, just to be in each other's presence. And it just feels like, oh my God, out of stress and disruption, we have two people either melting back together and really fusing and forming another great romance, or we have characters that are actually really starting to like leave behind just the busyness of their day as they get a chance to come together and spend time in each other's company. This is two people just starting to date, but it's like, oh my God, you're the best part of my week. It feels so positive. To me, it feels like a love story that is like, love is fun again. That's the message I would say that I see there, which is, oh, it's so nice to see that for a character. I absolutely love that. All right, you guys, here we go. Thank you, everybody. So nice to see you. YouTube watcher, here we go. You guys are so awesome. I actually, after this, San Juanita, I'm going to have to disappear because of, the holidays with my family. Late tonight, I will likely be on one more time. By the way, San Juanita, I did do a Taurus video, a Capricorn video, and a collective message. And I actually did record a second part if anybody wants to see that second part to a collective message. I said I'd let you guys decide. And, I was like, I may as well record it. I just didn't know if anybody wants me to release a video or not. So I kind of let you guys pick. All right, YouTube watcher, we have got the Queen of Cups. It is sideways. This is shared energy of peace. I don't know if somebody is emanating tremendous amounts of like rebirth energy, somebody who feels reborn, somebody who feels, you see all of the amethyst crystal. That amethyst crystal energy is definitely, good vibrations, and it's the energy of like soothing and healing and flushing and making everything feel so much like softer, better, brighter. But this is shared energy. So beautiful to see possibly more than one character who's like actually absorbing this good vibes right now. I don't know if somebody's drawn toward wearing, white, or if they're just drawn toward things that feel more pure, more cleansing. Somebody might want to be around, things like salt water, or, a salt lamp, or something that like puts out positive, well, technically it's negative ions into the air, but still all of it is like soothing, like anti-inflammatory, like all those things about cleansing, healing, washing clean, and feeling reborn. That's the energy, but it's for more than one person. It's also, those are the vibes that somebody is absorbing. They are not letting any negativity like attach to them. I get a lot of like visual, like energy images here, like somebody who literally feels like, I only let positive words attach into, like my being. I only like allow positive thoughts and positive, things that I hear. Those are the only things that I'm going to let in. And it almost feels like somebody like visualizes this also. If there is so I'm picturing on the inside of the body, how on all of our cells, we have like receptor sites, and different things bind to those different receptor sites. And I'm picturing somebody imagines their entire body like that, but the only things that can attach to themselves, to their persona, is the positive things that fit right into the perfect little notched grooves. And it just feels like if they're doing this with a relationship as well, they may discover that they are starting to bond to somebody. I keep getting like chemistry images and things bonding, but it's all only for the positive. And it's like one little fraction at a time, we keep having more positive things bond to a character. Like their whole life is starting to get better. Their energy is better. Their world feels cleaner, tidier. Only good things come in because they don't even make space for the negative. They don't let that stuff stay in their life. I don't know how else to say that, but there's a lot of imagery in this and a lot of like, maybe this person is very cerebral. Maybe they are a, powerful visualizer, because I don't usually get that much visualization. So that's actually kind of a really fun one to see in my mind's eye. Simply Rita, hey babe, so great to see you. And guys, just know I go from the bottom of the chat. So, if you were here at the beginning and I didn't get to you, just know the chat moves and I just go down with the chat. So feel free to, keep typing E if you're still here. I'll try to get to as many of you as I can. But just so you know, that's not like spamming the comments or anything. It's the only way to do it when I'm trying to just like keep stuff moving. Plus, I only prefer to read for people that are actually still in the chat. And it's the other reason I usually go from the bottom of the chat, because those are the people that are still here, because you'll never go back and watch this whole video and find your spot if you're not here, because, it's hard to find. So anyway, that's the only reason I do it that way. So with the Ace of Wands, Simply Rita, is beautiful. We have somebody who they move like music. I'm hearing poetry in motion. Such a lovely, oh God, that's the 1950s Poetry in Motion. I can't think who sings it. It's a guy group. But we have somebody possibly with spectacular eyes. We have somebody that is very clear that they're very attracted to another individual. I don't know if somebody was born in the 70s or if there's a 1970s vibe, but I always look at all of this like the wild, orange and brilliant yellow flowers. It looks very like, flower power kind of energy. And it just feels like this is somebody who has been very drawn to another person all of a sudden. I'm not going to lie on this. It makes me think that it is somebody who bumps into an old acquaintance or something. And it's like, oh my God, they're so attractive. Like this is somebody who's aging really, really, really well. And they are hotter than ever. And I just feel like somebody cannot peel their eyes off of this person. It's like, I haven't seen you in so many years. And like, my God, you look even better today than you did back then. This feels like a newfound intense passion and desire that pops up. It is very thorough. I don't know if somebody sees somebody's photo, if it's like a social media thing, but let me just say they cannot peel their eyes off of this person. And it's like they're flooded with, there's some nostalgia here for sure, but there's also like, I really like this person. I really want this person. It's very beautiful. And it's very, like there's a sensuality there for sure. Somebody's interest is piqued, we shall say. Very beautiful on that one. And I'm loving the fact that there's no holding back. This is somebody who really is drawn to another person, and for good reason. Misty Lee, thank you so much, babe. You're so generous. Let me get to you right now, sweetheart. Thank you. Misty Lee, you had two come out. We have the Two of Pentacles and we have the Ten of Swords. That Two of Pentacles is, we're juggling stuff. Is this a poisonous mushroom or is this a yum yum mushroom? It's about like a 50-50 blend. I almost think somebody is asking themselves, is this enough to stay for? Or is this something that I can say there's too much toxicity? The Two of Pentacles is weighing the pros and cons of whether I stay or go. I'm hearing that song, should I stay or should I go now? If I say there will be trouble, if I go, there will be double. So you got to let me know. Should I cool it or should I blow? Is that clash? That Ten of Swords makes me think, I think our character is asking themselves, what's the negative outcome if I were to cut this out of my life? What is the negative outcome if I chose not to go to that job, to that person's house, to that family event, to that, what is the negative aspect? And it's like the Ten of Swords is actually where we say, I'm putting an end to the thought of a negative experience. Hang on, I have to get one more because I can't figure out if this is a character saying I'm not going to go and I'm good with that, or if they're saying I am going to go. Six of Swords. I think somebody's saying, I ain't going to that event. I'm going to stay home and knit and binge watch some of my favorite shows, and I'm going to do it for my peace. I'm not doing it to be rude to everybody else. I just don't want to, engage with something that I already am thinking like, this is too stressy. And it's like, but I matter too. I can do things for me. I can beg off and say, you know what? I actually have to take care of me today. This is somebody not going to an event or not staying in a situation or not going to the Christmas party or not doing something. It's a big old house. So I keep thinking that it would be like a group event or something. And then like, honestly, I've been debating. And I'm finally answering for myself. I want to stay home. I want to knit, crochet. I want to kick it. I want to chill. And I'm going to do this for me. Whatever this is for a character, they're choosing their own peace for once, is what I want to say, for once. And they're not going to feel guilty about it. And they're like, oh, I had to do that the other day. I was just so tired. And I was like, I'm running behind all the time. And I thought, okay, I'm supposed to do this other thing, but I'm going to go ahead and actually say, I can't. Because if I run myself down into the ground, I'm going to miss way more than if I just take this gap of time for myself. And that's what I did. And I slept. And I mean, like, I needed to sleep. Sometimes that's what we have to do, is figure out which is going to be better or worse. And I would say that's what that character is doing, is they're choosing for themselves what they need. All right, guys, next up, Smooch Reads. Hi, hon. Let me grab you one. Smooch Reads, we have got the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is a feminine who is at a crossroads, but instead of like saying, oh, I don't know what to do, I think she's saying, I'm going to wait and see what they're going to do, and then I'll make a decision. She's waiting for a sign. She's waiting for a symbol. She's waiting for somebody to show their hand. She seems like she could wait all day. She's not in any rush, but she's not going to be making a move in any direction until she can see clearly which route to take. She may like layered necklaces also. You see her in like a multitude of necklaces. I always think that's so sexy. I love that look. But we see her standing here like completely calm. She probably has no fear of awkward silences. If she's trying to decide, how to respond to somebody, or she's trying to figure out what are they saying to me, she lets somebody keep talking until they reveal what it is that they're trying to say before she responds. If somebody's fishing to try to get her to show her hand, they're going to be real disappointed because she can stand here all day. This is not somebody who gets easily like uncomfortable with pausing. Now, maybe it's because she's like a real critical thinker and she is slow to make decisions unless she's absolutely sure about what the right move is. And, if that's our personality and we've realized that is the best way to operate, then there's nothing that's going to budge us from that, that like philosophy. And I would just say that's who she is. She's somebody very calm. It's not that she doesn't know which way to go. It's that she doesn't make a decision until it's very clear which the best option is. And that depends upon how somebody else is moving or how things unveil themselves. Sometimes this card is looked at as somebody who's like indecisive and kind of powerless. This card says the exact reverse. She holds all the power because she lets other things reveal themselves first. And she's not afraid of those uncomfortable silences or those pauses where not enough information has been revealed yet. So she waits until she hears more. That's how that comes across to me. Light Leos. Hi, honey. Let me grab you one. We have got the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is the energy of, I've been putting in some time, some space. I've been, giving energy to things. I've been also like really connecting myself to like the commitment that I know this could take time, but that's okay. Seven of Pentacles is a harvest that comes after things have had time to grow. So we have to nurture things first. Now, I will say that this is somebody who's like sitting right there at like a water fountain, knowing that the water is going to come out of the fountain, but they're also sitting right there at the pond. So it's like this pond is already filled with like lily pads and they're already at a water source. It's just that the fountain isn't flowing. So I would say this is a character who's positioned themselves beautifully in life. They're already right where they need to be for abundance. And any minute, it's like that faucet's going to turn on. And now it's also going to be like super, super accessible. Any way we slice it, they've already made it. And this is like somebody who, let's say, they already know that they're getting the promotion, but they haven't filled out the paperwork on the contract that says what their new duties will be. That's the kind of thing that I would describe this as. Or I already know that I've met somebody that's wonderful. I can tell they're into me, I'm into them. And we'll get a chance to actually start, spending time together after, the holidays are over, after, family goes home, after we have free time again. It could be any of those things, but it's like the big question mark has already been resolved. And now it's like, oh, this is about to get real good. This is a very exciting time for a character where they've put in the work and now they're about to see the results of all their hard work. And, the kind of the flood of good stuff starts coming into their lives. That's the way I would look at that. Next up, here we go. Shalita in Chicago. So great to see you, babe. Let me grab one for you. Hang on. There we go. I think I want this deck. Color flashed through my head and I was like, I gotta have something really colorful. We have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is there's characters wanting to, I don't know, get into mischief together or wanting to work together. This could be work related, but I feel more mischief. Now, I could also see this as characters that are coming together to like decorate Christmas trees or coming together to, put their energy together to amplify something or to finish something faster or to get something moving way quicker. I could see this as two individuals that are like, I'm totally going to jump in. I'm totally going to give my best effort to something. Let me go ahead and throw myself in at this. Let me go ahead and just, make sure that I dive right in and I put every ounce I've got into this, but I also want to bring a team member on. This could be two people that really want to work on a relationship, but it looks like they're doing something more tangible. If this is a relationship, I would still say this is two people that are like rebonding because they're working on a tangible project together. I look at this less as romance though, and more like, let's do this together. It'll be so fun. This could be friends. This could be family members. It just feels like a time for people to come together and do something that is important, something that is meaningful, something that is definitely like a wish come true or something that will benefit other people's lives. This feels like a purpose, like characters getting on board to do something together, like to better the world perhaps. But it definitely is like a movement, and there's shared like kindred spirits working together on whatever this is. Just really nice to see. Next up, hey Star Child, let me grab you one. You guys, so good to see you. Star Child, we have got the sun. It is sideways. The sun is Leo energy. Sideways is shared energy. For me, I would say we may have like two people that are just delighted, just thrilled. They're seeing something really clearly. This could be two people who've come to an understanding, and it's like they both have this little thrill in their tummies. Like I picture two people who've encountered each other, had a really nice exchange, and as they walk away, like it gets more exciting. It's like, oh, that was so fun. And I really like the way they talked to me, and I like the way they looked at me, and I like what we have to look forward to. This is shared energy where multiple people, or at least two people, are both feeling the exact same way. They got that little glow, that little warm glow, and it's because something's been revealed. The sun is like clear direction. This has been no ambiguity, no like, oh, let me half-heartedly say something, but I won't really mean it, and I'll leave you questioning. No, this is like full on. Maybe this is two people who gave themselves or gave one another compliments or told each other, in no uncertain terms, that I'm really looking forward to seeing you again. And it's like, they didn't leave me wondering at all. They told me, and it feels so nice. I love to see characters that don't have the question mark hanging over them anymore. It's if everybody could be more straightforward with their communication, with what they want, imagine how good life would be, right? That's probably the number one problem that comes up in any storyline that we have, is the lack of communication. And, in a movie, characters, we get to see everything a character's thinking and doing, but in real life, we have no idea what's going on in somebody's head. But in this story, these characters know because they're actually communicating it. So really good to see. Samantha S. Oh, babe, thank you so much. You were so kind. Dwayne, hi, sweetheart. Hang in there, babe. I'll get right to you. We have got the Six of Cups. It is sideways. We have the Queen of Pentacles upright. So Samantha S., this is beautiful. We've got two soulmates that are thinking along the same lines about each other right now. This Queen of Pentacles seems to be saying like, oh, I would love to give to them. I would love to hear from them. I would love to connect with them. Well, it's a two-way street. We have two people maybe thinking about each other at the exact same moment. This could be she's looking forward to them coming over. This could be two people that are reconnecting and saying, was just thinking about you today. Remember that really fun time we had? And it's like, oh my God, yes, I remember. And it feels usually though, like we have soulmates coming back together, but sometimes it is just nostalgia. The only thing is this is not a sad and sorrowful, like, oh my God, I miss my ex so bad. This is like two people that are both feeling that pull toward each other, and both, either they're both going to take action, or this is just like such a happy memory, and it's warming a character's heart. She's very willing to give to this again. And so I would just say on this note, this is two people headed back into each other's worlds because they had such a nice time together. They have so many good memories. Now here we see two like little sisters. Soulmates can be many things. And because soulmates can be past life people, they could have been, something like that in a past life, but in this lifetime, they've reincarnated as completely different energies. So it never matters to me what genders we're talking about, especially because past lives don't necessarily track, because we're talking about soul energy, not genders. So this could be love. This could be, any kind of bond, but it's like a kindred soul. Let's leave it at that. But it feels like we have characters coming back together, or at minimum, memories are so heartwarming right now. It looks really, really sweet. It looks really, really nice to see that. Guys, thank you so much. Tina's just passing time, you angel. Tina, I'll get you right after Dwayne, okay? Let me get to Dwayne first, and then I thank you. Tina just gifted Misty Lee a membership. Misty Lee, welcome, sweetheart. You are now a member here on this channel, so it means you can tap into the members' videos. I post those every Monday. We add to it. Also today I will be posting a message where you guys get to vote on the topics for the members corner, and we do other little fun things over there, so don't miss out on that. But in the meantime, Dwayne, and then I'll get right to you, Tina. Hang in there just a second for me, babe. This feels Dwayne, like with the Empress energy sideways. Empresses are the Libra Taurus vibe, right? Never matters what gender, but we definitely have characters that are like nurturing and growing things. We see her harvesting the fruit from the tree of life. We see her, raising a baby. This could be somebody who's been an amazing parent. This could be somebody who recognizes another amazing parent. This could be two people that share the energy of like being the world's nurturers. They're all about longevity. They're all about thinking about the things they do today and how that'll impact a legacy for the next generations or for tomorrow. And to see characters that are like completely on board, it's like they're recognizing the Empress in one another, possibly. This feels very appreciative. This feels like either parental figures are being extremely like honored today, or it is that two people are actually seeing one another as like, God, you're amazing. Like what you contribute to this world is incredible. This can also be something that is blossoming. This can be something that characters are actively saying, I've realized that I have a really big role to play in this world because I'm one of the empresses of the planet. Empresses and emperors contribute a great deal because they have the wisdom and the, I'll say, like the sense of responsibility and the knowledge to actually help lead and guide the world. We need a lot more good emperors and empresses out there. And this is like a group of characters that are like, or at least two people that are saying, you know what, it's true. The legacy that we leave behind for the next generation is important, but also how we lead them to it, how we impart our wisdom to that generation. That's important too. So I kind of think that we've got Empress energy being activated, which is like, it's time for me to teach. It's time for me to lead. This is one of my gifts and this is one of my purposes. It just feels like they're being called upon. And I think that they're answering the call. This kind of feels amazing. It feels like characters that know that we got some stuff to contribute. We got some work to do here, but they're all in. They're all about it. So very cool. Tina's just passing time. Let me grab you one right now, babe. That's so good to see you. Thank you again, love. We have a 5 of Pentacles. This 5 of Pentacles is an interesting card because we have the rooster, but he's here taking care of the clutch of eggs, okay? So I'm going to just say it the way I see it. We have somebody who is sorely missing his counterpart. This rooster doesn't lay eggs, right? And he's not supposed to be the one who's sitting on the eggs either. That's what the hen does, right? She lays them, she gestates them, she hatches those little chickies. He is missing his mate. We see essence of her and we see her not there. And he's still standing there all proud and everything, but it's not working out so good anymore because there is a gaping hole in his life, which is we have a masculine missing his counterpart. We'll just say it that way. I don't read for genders, but undoubtedly this is a masculine. So we're going to say masculine. Recognizing that, like I'm better with her. I'm better with my counterpart. That seems to be like a very proud masculine is maybe starting to recognize, oh my God, I'm so much better when I'm with her. And if this is just his awareness, his awakening, his moment of realization, and this can be, it's hard for him to be able to say that because he's supposed to be like, I don't need anything. But we all need our counterpart, right? I mean, what would peanut butter be without jelly? That would not be a nice peanut butter jelly sandwich. You've got to have the jelly too. And it's not that one is better than the other, it's that they're complementary. So I think this is a masculine who's first dropping some of his pride to even realize, oh my God, I miss her. And everywhere around me, there's evidence that I'm missing her. She's I don't know if there's tokens left in his life that remind him of her, but man, he is missing the heck out of her right now. And I would just say that that's one of those messages where we can see it visually that this is a sad moment for him. This is a very sad moment for him. So hopefully he either has her pop back into his life or something, but right now he's just missing her. Blonde and Bert, you sweetheart, thank you so much. The land of the Dene people. I love that. Thank you so much. Let me grab you a card, babe. Shout out to you in Northern Canada, sweetheart. I've got to go read up on that too. I love that. I don't know that region of Canada. I've only spent time in like the southernmost aspects of Canada because, I'm an American. And so you cross over the border and Canada is big and it's beautiful and there's so much to see. But I've only spent time in like the southernmost part. So thank you for giving me something to learn about. All right, so here's what we've got. We have a Page of Wands. It's in the reverse, and we have the Nine of Pentacles upright. Excuse me. That Page of Wands in the reverse says she's no longer interested in something. This doesn't pique her curiosity. This would normally be the first step towards something that's exciting. And instead, she's like, yeah, I'm just not. In fact, I am less interested. And this could be somebody who's lost their interest or their taste in a potential romantic partner. And she's saying, no, actually, I just want to spend my time in my own world. I want to be solo for a bit. I'm more interested in developing my life. I don't really need to pursue. This could also be if somebody was trying to get her on board and be like, here's what you need. You need me to help guide you. No, she doesn't. This is some of the most annoying things to me in the world is when other people come up and they try to tell you that you aren't doing good enough. So they start out with an insult and then they follow it up with, but I can fix you. And I'm immediately always turned off. That's not the same as, and now sometimes that's not a good thing, right? Because I'm egotistical. So sometimes there are people who come up and they're like, hey, that's not the best way to do something. Let me help you. If I'm changing a tire or something, which by the way, I have no idea how to do, so I wouldn't even be trying it. But I will say, because I know that's not something I know how to do. If somebody came up and said, whoa, you're not doing that right, I'd listen in a heartbeat, right? But if I kind of have built something, I know what I'm doing. I don't love people who come up and tell you that they need to fix you. And so I'm speaking from a place of my own ego right now, because I think sometimes it's good to listen to people's wisdom, but it's not good to let other people tell you that you don't know anything and that they have to take power over you. This is not somebody who lets anybody take power over her. And in this story, I would say if somebody was trying to get her to, change everything about herself to be more like them, this is her saying, I have zero interest in being more like anybody else. I just want to be who I am. I'm content. I'm developing myself. That's the kind of character I think we're talking about. Not somebody who can't listen, not somebody who's overly egotistical, but somebody who's learned, I don't think I'm interested in becoming somebody else. I think I want to develop who I am. I think I like me just fine. And I'd like to delve deeper into that. I feel like I'm blossoming as I am without other people, insisting that I have to change everything about me. I kind of love this character because she's a 9 of Pentacles. So we know she really is like developing let's say the best parts of herself instead of trying to change the best parts of herself because it's like, oh, I guess I'm supposed to be this, I guess I'm supposed to be that. Nope, she's not easily led. She has a real strong opinion of herself, and that might suit her well also if she's had relationships with people who immediately want to slowly like chip away at any of her confidence or tell her she should dress different or, oh, she's great, but she needs to do this, needs to do that. I think that'd be a big turnoff for a character like her. And I think that would even be her being like, thanks, but I think I'll stay who I am and just go solo. That's what it feels like. She doesn't let her confidence get eroded. She stands for who she is. I love her strength on this one. I love the way she comes across because it's such an important balance to be able to be both, to hear other people and also to be discerning enough to be like, yeah, definitely this is not somebody I'm going to listen to. I don't need somebody who chips away at my confidence, and that seems to be the intention there. So next up, here we go. So we're going to wrap this up here in just a minute. Let me just go ahead and I'll get to Kit the Kid, to Carolyn Bolas, and we'll still get to Lyrical Galactic. And then that'll have to be it for me, only because I have to go and get ready to do some celebrating with my family too. So hang on just a second. I don't want to mess this up. Carolyn Bolas. First, it's going to be Kit the Kid, then Carolyn Bolas, and then I am ending with Lyrical Galactic. And I'm so sorry, guys. I know I never get to everybody. I'm so appreciative of each and every one of you. Right now, we are doing this every week, though, where I go live on each channel for 30 minutes and do storytellings for subscribers and members. So you guys will get another opportunity next week. I just wanted to squeeze this in, especially in honor of Thanksgiving. So I am going to wrap up here, though, okay? Thank you guys so much. Kit the Kid, here we go. And forgive me to everybody that I didn't get to today. Like I say, we'll get another opportunity, though, and I do thank you sincerely for being here. 10 of Swords is upright. Okay, Kit the Kid, this says somebody is finally not feeling that hurt and pain anymore. She has cried her last tear. This is somebody who's like wearing this gorgeous black dress, but like the mourning period has wrapped up. There's nothing more to mourn here. We see like butterflies and moths emanating. We see like somebody has outgrown an old phase of their life or an old even like experience that they had lived through, and they're finally free of it. And it's so wonderful to see a character who's like, oh, I don't have to deal with any more of this. I can actually let myself fly free. I don't have to carry this hurt or wound anymore. In fact, it doesn't even have the power to hurt me anymore. It's really good to see anytime a character is like breathing easy now. Whatever this was, it felt like a loss for quite some time. And then it just kind of softened and it just kind of dissipated. And it is probably because at some point when something really hurts and we endure it, it's not like the pain becomes like something that's constant and then we just don't notice it anymore. This is somebody who's actually free of it. So it's somebody who already said, I worked through the grief and the loss, but I also saw through that and said, maybe some of these things weren't for me. And that's really what I was mourning. Is like, I wished that would have worked out, but in truth, it didn't. And so therefore it's because it wasn't ever for me. So this is somebody really, truly making peace with it because they realize something or someone wasn't actually part of their future. And it's such actually a relief to realize, wait a second, so I didn't miss out on anything. It wasn't supposed to be mine. Okay, that I can let go of. It's real freedom from the hurt and pain. That's the way I would say that. You guys, thank you so much. It is so lovely. Sorry that I can't get to everybody today, but I so appreciate you guys. Just so everybody knows, if you're popping in, I'm actually already done for today. I'm just wrapping up these last 3. So I can't take on any more for today, but I wish everybody a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will see you guys again. And we'll do this again next week. Okay. All right. Carolyn Bolas, here we go, babe. Carolyn Bolas, we have got the 7 of Pentacles. That is the energy of the harvest is coming, although Excuse me, in this case, she doesn't seem to know it. She's sitting here and she's kind of like resting her hand on her chin, sitting here thinking about things. And she's got kind of like a chemist's brain. She's still imagining like what other, elixirs do I have to, combine to create. What she doesn't know is she's already actually come up with like something really fabulous. This could be somebody who's always looking to like improve and what more can I do to like develop things for my future? What more can I do? But what she doesn't know is she's already done spectacular work. She's already done amazing things. So as she sits here, she doesn't know it, but probably because she's so forward thinking, what's probably going to happen is something's going to come up behind her and surprise her with a big breakthrough. This could be things that she's manifested for herself for quite a while. And it's like, okay, I guess it's not happening yet. So I'm going to keep, developing things in my life. I'm going to keep looking toward things. She doesn't realize that something already caught traction. This is like the person who doesn't realize that they've already, like started to become famous, but it's all word of mouth. So she doesn't know that people are talking about her nonstop in really great ways. She's about to find all this out. We have like a big payout coming for her. It's just that she doesn't even realize that it's coming here. And I think it's better that she doesn't, because she keeps looking toward the future. She keeps being like a manifester, which is always good. It's always better to keep momentum going, but it's sweet because it says, oh, she has no idea. She got something great coming on in. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Tiny Luce, you're adorable. You guys, anybody that just popped in, please know I'm wrapping this up now because I've got to go start celebrating with my family right after this. I've got to get into the kitchen. But thank you, everybody. This is the last one that I'm doing. And this one is, I'm going to go ahead and wrap us up. This is for Lyrical Galactic. Lyrical Galactic, thanks for your patience with me, babe. We have the Emperor. Aries energy. Holy smokes. And the Emperor has landed. It's like, whomever this is, this could be somebody who is like taking charge of their life. This could be somebody who our character is going to be like, who is that? That is a very like either a powerful sign from the universe for someone to take charge of their life, or it is a very powerful individual. This is not an Emperor in the reverse. So this is not somebody, if it's a person we're talking about, they're not like wanting to be powerful and, override others. They actually are powerful. So it's somebody who's like landing on the scene and they're very strong and they're very imposing perhaps, but in the best way. This is like, honestly, I can't even see anybody else because this person is really fantastic. This is creme de la creme. This is the person who is a cut above the rest. It's just what I've been looking for. Or this is a sign from the universe to our character to say, you are the upper echelon. You are the emperor of your life. And this is the symbol of this. I don't know if there's, I keep thinking that this is a person that our character like needs to meet or will be meeting. But this is somebody who is like absolutely choosing our character. This is somebody making their intentions known. This is somebody like very serious. I mean, the emperors are the ones who get married. The emperors are the ones who say, I have this vision. This is what I want to build in my empire. Will you build it with me? But they're very clear on what they want. I think this is somebody making a declaration. And it could be really like it leaves no room for ambiguity, right? They dominate this card. And in the best of ways. I mean, yes, it could be like, whoa, they're asking me for a full commitment. Yes, but at least we know exactly what that commitment is in their mind, and we know what they're offering also. This could be a boss offering somebody like a really big role, and it's like, oh my God, this is huge. It is something to take with gravity. Even if it's a symbol from the universe to say, hey, you're the emperor of your own world, you have a big task in front of you, you have a lot of power and wield it well. Again, this requires gravity to make the decisions to like really say, do I want to do this? Because we never have to say yes, but it does look awesome. It looks like something that would be worth saying yes to, but not until our character has had time to think deeply about it. Even an awesome offer still has to come with, let me think about this first. Is this something that even if I know that I'm going to say yes, I have to still process it and say, yes, this is what I'm going to do. This is what my life will look like. This is what I'm committing to. These are the things. And I've thought through it, and I've, worked through it in my mind and imagined doing these things or being with this person. And yes, I can say yes wholeheartedly. That's how I would read that. You guys, thank you, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. I did do a couple of zodiacs this morning and also a collective message, which I do have a second part to. I have to edit out a dog bark, but I will release that other half of that collective message. But if you are looking for any of your zodiacs, just know everybody has a 2026 video that's out. Just check any of your playlists if you're looking for any particular zodiac. But then I also started another series last night and into today, and I think we've done 5 of the zodiacs so far for what's on their mind. That's the title of the videos. Thank you guys so much. It's really good to see you. Carolyn, thanks, babe. Lyrical Galactic, my pleasure. All right, you guys, lots of love. Hi, Gran. Wonderful to see you, babe. I'm sorry we're ending, sweetheart, so I'm going to disappear now and go. I got to get into the kitchen, but late tonight, I will still put out one more video, okay? But lots of love, you guys. Take care, and thanks for hanging out with me on this Thanksgiving. I appreciate you so much.